So here we have, on the left is none of the above. On the right is progress. Okay? Left, none of the above. Right is progress. Before we even get into it, okay, guys, welcome to probably one of the most fun speedrun reviews we're ever going to be able to do, because these runs went side by side, literally right next to each other at the exact same time. Unfortunately, I was running a raid at the same time, so I wasn't able to watch them live, but these runs were so close neck and neck. Basically, it was like we were doing Race the World First again, or if Blizzard ever, eventually, one day, maybe sponsors some sort of speedrun content, some little tournaments, it would be amazing. Guilds would go at the same time. Progress finally ran their very first speedrun today, and none of the above after last week getting the world record with 6 warriors and then being beaten by Overclock and their 8 warlock stack, now went again for their second time. Now, Progress, as you guys will be able to see as I go over here, is running a caster stack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 warlocks, 3 mages. So 3 caster groups, while NOTA is running the 3 physical groups, as well as 1 warlock group, and then your mages in your far group. Although, mage in group 5 probably always ends up doing pretty much number 1 on overall damage. This is going to be side by side, and maybe I'll have chat box up so you guys can see. If you guys want to chat, it'll be up. Since I'm doing these side by side, let me just see if I can get this into a good position. There. All right. Cool. So on the left side, we have none of the above. On the right side, we have progress. Both of them starting with lurker below, and both of them fishing at the same time. Progress actually stacking chicken buffs before they even start the raid. I didn't even notice this until right now. Progress stacking chicken buffs on their pre-clear. So they get like 1 second before. Okay, all right, there. Let's do that. All right, let's say this is... All right, now we're evenly timed. There, that's it. Now they're side by side, exactly side by side, guys. And the music in the background, let me give it a little bit so you guys can hear something. Yeah, so it's not like absolutely quiet. So, all right, good. I'm not covering any of these damage meters, thank God. And let me hide this NordVPN thing. That's super cheese. Okay. Mages, absolutely hard pumping over here on the progress side. 3K openers. And they're running 3 mages, which is just going to be a huge pump. And actually, their number 1 DPS lock, which you guys saw earlier, is going to be Ben Lock, which is Gnome Boy. And I feel like I called it out on Race the World First, but he is just... He carried the raid on Warrior or on Hunter and got them the world first. Gnome Boy is just a fucking amazing player, and he's playing fire on some fights and shadow on others, which I'd love to ask him about. I might ping him in Discord, but he just destroys this. So lurker down for the first submerge on the NOTA side. Yeah. And back up. So maybe I did time it slightly off. Okay. No. Progress just had a super late submerge. That was crazy. That submerge was like 2 minutes into the fight almost. All right. So Progress had a extremely late submerge. I don't know if that's an advantage or a disadvantage, honestly. Because he did a second spout while up top. I don't know if that's good or bad, to be honest. Kill-wise. I guess it's going to be the same, about the same time. And I can look at the logs in a sec. I love that Bloodwill now has gigantic missing totems on his screen after last raid, after last speedrun. I don't know if you guys saw that, but definitely... he definitely got a hard time a little bit about his totem management. But the hard thing is, like, he's fully raid leading, and he is like one of the best raid leads in the world, right? And he just swapped to Shaman recently. So, like, dealing with that is definitely got to be... Like, totem management is such a min-max thing. Or not even min-max, but it takes up a lot of your attention. That it's got to be kind of distracting and easy for you to forget. Alright, progress down with Lurker slightly before. And NOTA has these ads spawned. So that's just going to cost them some time. They have to wait for this. That literally is just going to cost them some time. The ads despawn, they're good to go, and they move on. NOTA slightly behind there, and everyone's going to use water walking or water walking pots so you can run up here faster. That's pretty much standard. Doesn't look like any use of speed items on either side. So neither group ended up using any speed items here. And they move up to start clearing trash. NOTA did take a little bit of time to get people kind of topped off before they went in and pulled. Maybe it was a mana thing. And now they're going to go move towards Hydros. But progress is definitely ahead right here at the beginning. You can see that the Warlock stack and the Mage stack, you have Ben and Ghosting doing 5k DPS on this pull. And then I can't see a DPS meter over on the NOTA side. RIP. I guess it's something we're going to need to ping Bloodwill about. So we can't exactly tell. Did any of the Warriors stream? I would assume maybe Diva might have. Does anyone know? Yeah, so he knows who to bench. He's tracking death, so he knows who to bench, dude. Only Bloodwill streams. I love it, dude. Oh, it's hilarious. Progress comp is kind of cringe. Not enough Warlocks for a Warlock stack. I mean, 8 Warlocks is pretty much a Warlock stack, right? So, Progress actually phased it, insta-phased it, but then brought it back. So, I don't think they meant to on the poll because they're back on Frost. What you want to do is just get one phase, right? Or maybe they didn't phase. Maybe those were the little trash bags, the tainted. Maybe they didn't. I was looking away. So I may have misspoken. My bad, guys, if I did. Single target DPS, though, I would assume that the NOTA comp is slightly stronger with the Warriors over the Warlocks. Imagine you don't get crits, man. Look at Ben, always on top. Gnome Boy is just... I mean... Warlock is a very RNG dependent class, but even then, Gnome Boy just plays so well, man. I love it. Bloodwill will show DPS later? Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, you just banish all of the ads after the first phase, and then you just ignore them, right? Like there, it's probably a DPS loss to even go for that second banish. Like, why not? Like, Lasha had already picked it up. Windforce is already pumping threat. You kind of lose your GCD and the whole cast of that one Warlock. It doesn't really matter much, though. But every speedrun group is going to kite Hydros over to this side. Let me close out World of Warcraft really fast. There we go. So once they kill it, they can just start moving forward. You don't really need super speed. Like, you don't need to use speedrun items because you still have another pull to deal with on the next platform. Not this one right next to them, but one more. Yeah. All right. Progress down. All right. Equips jumper cables to get up exploit. Multiple people have to do it, or not equip, but uses them, of course. Jumper cables are the new battle res, right? Not the new, but like it's basically the battle res. You don't have to equip them anymore. Everyone's an engineer anyways. All right. So they're swapping to next now. You can see Tetsu swapping to next because exploit died. Probably why. So they have to swap to jewel crafting next, which are very important, guys. Really, really valuable. And the hunter Sade had already pulled this group to them. Really nice pull. They're not getting auto markers here, but it doesn't really matter too much. You have two things to worry about, right? You focus down the honor guard. That's like your kill target for everyone except for warlocks and mages. Mages and warlocks can just seed, and they can actually seed off of the honor guard because your melee should be able to kill it most of the time. and everything else should die around the same time. So here in NOTA, we have 3 deaths on the first pull. I guess this is technically the 3rd pull. That's not a good start, right? NOTA taking some hits early, and one of those deaths was their paladin tank, so that's like on heals, assumably. Maybe the paladin tank also had the shatterers on him and got debuff. NOTA, good start, man. Yeah, if we want to talk about cringe, guys, feel free to talk about the pre-clear meta. There's nothing any of the top guilds can do to change that, but it's just kind of how the instance is organized, right? You can skip so many things that Warcraft Logs has to enable you to be able to skip those things, which means it's safer for you to just clear it beforehand instead of going for skipping, because you don't want to have to deal with like a bad pat. So here, Progress is almost 2 pulls ahead. Like, Progress is fully 2 pulls ahead. They've already yoinked the Elemental, and you can see it's all the way in the background here. So, Riju hasn't pulled it yet. Probably going to pull it right now as it's moving by. Let's see. You can see the Druid going for it. Okay, a Druid pulls it. I don't know why a Druid had to run and go pull that. Seems like a bit of a mistake. Or maybe Hunter was positioned awkwardly. Who knows? Who knows? But at this point, NOTA is absolutely behind. Like, by a large enough margin. They're a full pull and a half behind, pretty much. Now, here, you're going to use a lot of grounding totems. Because of the stack that they have, they're not even sheeping anything. It doesn't look like they did. Maybe I looked away, but it looks like they just went in and blew up everything. Yeah, they blew up both the mages at the same time. And then they can run forward here, use some sort of speed item, ideally. It doesn't look like they are, but this is like an early version of the speedrun, I guess. But look how long this pathway is. There's no reason not to use some sort of speed item, and everyone should be drink walking. Everyone should be drink walking there. Tetsu's obviously on the warrior. Shout out to Tetsu for being able to play warrior again. Pretty tight. And yeah, they did skip this pack. Yeah, NOTA went and pulled this pack now. Progress has a few something up their sleeve for Vash that we haven't seen in speedruns yet. It has been done in a lot of speedruns still. So NOTA's doing a little bit more clearing before Vash, before they go and pull anything else. And Progress just kind of moved straight forward. So ideally, it looks like someone got feared. That's why they went that way. Ideally, they would have been able to pull the Shatterers this way and yoink all of this and pull it already, right? So NOTA's lost some time pretty much with like a little bit of RNG, with pretty much the RNG of getting feared right at the end of that pull. And then so now they're a little slower here, and they have to, with their composition, they have to deal with the Nether Mage. They have to sheep the Nether Mage, which doesn't actually really slow down their pull because their damage, their AoE damage is capped for the most part, right? They're using all warriors or warrior stacks, so their highest AoE is generally around 4 pulls. Whereas Progress wants to have as big pulls as they can. Progress does have a death here on Ben. RIP. They're just going to have people get them up real fast. And look, speed items, they're boots. I don't know why Progress didn't use boots there. This is a perfect time for boots. And there's a perfect time for boots later. We had like 5 people knocked into the water? Ooh. Really? Clipped it on Cozy Stream. Progress, the big advantage of the Warlock stack is you can pull bigger, way bigger, right? Like right now, they could double yoink. And I would, honestly. Tetsu with the haste pots on CD, you love to see it. All right, here, I'll pull that up in a sec. Oof. Yeah, see, progress can just pull really big. Right? And you can grounding the MC on here, right? Yeah. But like honestly, yes, yeah. That, I mean, it doesn't mean anything using that on CD. Oh. That feels bad, man. That feels bad. Did you guys just summon him, or did you... Well, let's go back to the... Alright, it's fine. We're fine. Alright, we're fine. No DST on Tetsu's griefing the speed. You know the crazy thing is? I feel like you guys had... like nine DSTs on World First. Yo, Cammy, thank you for the Prime, man. I feel like you guys had so many DSTs. Everyone had DSTs, but obviously Tetsu was on and everyone maybe isn't even playing that character anymore because Progress had like fresh characters, right, for World First. But no, for SSC World First, you guys had a ton of people. But I don't forget what Tetsu was on. I'm glad that he gets to play Fury Warrior again. He's probably having so much more fun than playing Boomy. Dude, remember... I'm sorry. He's probably, like, literally just like, let me get Fairy Fire up on everything. He's probably so much happier now, dude. You love to see the, look at these ogre suits. Oh, my God. Will ogre suit increase the range of your arcane explosion? Since it gives you a bigger hitbox. Kind of like jumping. Bored out of his mind pressing Fairy Fire and Starfire, right, dude? I mean, it's a boring class. I'm sorry. Yeah, it does work for Cleave and Whirlwind, yeah. But, like, you can't remake many of them during the run in a speed run. There's not really good times. So, like, as a melee, you're probably saving it for Vaj. But Ogre Suit is pretty much a DPS increase for most people. So Progress still ahead here by at least one pull. Literally by exactly one pull now. Did lose some time with the people getting knocked back. That's unfortunate. But ahead by one pull. Progress, though, has the advantage in the Murloc room. There's two ways, right? If their Paladins are getting really solid threat, then they can keep getting threat on like warriors as the warlocks and mages are seeding and arcane explosioning. Or Nota has the advantage where like if a warrior drops threat on like someone and goes after their warlocks, all 17,000 of their warriors could just taunt one, right? Yeah, I mean, Progress got a lot of DSTs early. They have a lot of DSTs. I know that for a fact. It's probably just they've probably been really unlucky lately. I haven't been watching all of their runs since they haven't been doing speedruns until today. So, here's a little bit scary. I mean, you could take a lot of damage here. You can mitigate it, obviously, with, like, consumes and stuff. Or even with, like, blowing them up. I'm so used to pulling all three of them. Especially when they have the Warlock stack. Might as well stack them. You know? Odal? I don't know. Warriors can be strong. Oh, Bloodwell, there we go. We lose time almost wiping on a pack after Hydros. Yeah, I saw that. That was a lot of deaths. 3 DCs on Lurker. Yeah, you're one pull behind. You're one pull behind right now. But the crazy thing is how like much you catch up and take ahead. Although on the Vosh pull, like they pull Vosh, I believe, slightly faster, but you guys phase faster. I don't know, Vibes. I don't know what's going on there. But by the way, Bloodwell, huge grats, man. Huge grats. So we were running at the same time, so I wasn't able to watch these live at the exact same time. but you love to see the warrior stacks. On the right side, guys, Progress is going to phase this. It's going to be so close to phasing. Like, it's super scary because of the Warlock stack. And on the left, you can see all of the warriors are taking damage. They all have the ticks on them. But the boss barely moves. Since you're doing such a massive warrior stack, you can just chain heal everyone up. Sarthe swapping to Warlock and becoming a new caster officer. Oh, I get to go back to Hunter, guys, finally. I had 2 whole weeks playing Warlock. We were in front on Vash without pulling Calamity strat. Yeah, you guys haven't done anything else yet, right? You guys are like... There's so much time you could... Not so much, but there's definitely time to be saved off your run. But right now, it's like, just have a clean run, right? Yeah, don't do any tech until everything else. I think that's like the notorious thing that NOTA has always been, I think, my favorite at, or like the best at, is consistently having a clean run and then going in and pulling it off. See, NOTA phased this a lot safer than Progress's phase. Progress it was really close to not phasing. The boss dies in about the same amount of time. But Progress was like a split second away from losing the phase, which would have been really bad. Yeah, Bloodwill, can you tell that to my guild? Perfect the basics and not... Oh, we have so many deaths right now. Ooh, 1 death insta. Totems to eat the charges, which is kind of juice. And is this the second pull on the right? That was a good pullback. So now they use ogre suits from pretty much everyone so that they can still have it up for Murlocs most likely. Look at all these big boys. Another death. Another death. Everyone trying to get him up. All right. And I feel like Tetsu's on Thunderclap duty. I'm not 100% positive, but it feels like Tetsu's on Thunderclap duty. Oh, 1 Ogre's Drink Walk. Yeah. Yeah, known for being the opposite of it with us. That's very true, dude. We're absolutely known for having the dirtiest runs. See, this is something I called out, I think, in last week. Maybe it was I think it was in your run, right? Where you guys weren't pulling these up top, and now you are. Really, really nice switching these positions with the rest of the raid. Yeah. Oh, he just said in chat that he was. Warrior stack is absolutely a thing. Is absolutely a thing. And here, like, the raid wants to move in, right? Like, you're going to pull this, but you don't want to get, like, a really terrible giant goo on the ground. Poison. You know? That would never be good. Geyser, a lot of people are going to take damage. Everyone's really close, so just chain heal the hell out of the raid. Yeah. Oh, okay. We're safe. There we go. NOTA pulls it off. Rogue stack meta win. Soon.tm, guys. Soon.tm. I think NOTA easily has the most fun composition, right? NOTA has the most fun. Look how big everything is on Tetsu's screen. That's true. But he only needs to see these things, right? Tetsu only needs to see what he's showing for the most part. So he just shows it huge. Bloodwill, by the way, shout out to your missing totem week or now. I love it. I love it, dude. Juicy double pull. See how much damage the raid takes. Oh, a lot of damage on Progress's side. All right, they're fine. That would have been scary if that happened during a double pull, you know? Here now you're almost caught up, right? Well, you're actually fully caught up now. Since you guys did a double pull. You're slightly ahead. I mean, grief by getting the lurkers. Alright, so you got lurkers. Unless they don't get lurkers, you would have been ahead, right? Yeah. That was you guys. Alright. So, damn. That's so unfortunate. RNG at its greatest, guys. So NOTA had taken the lead there for a second. Yeah. We play Warrior Stack probably. My Shaman is... Yeah, exactly. Your Shaman's getting stacked, though, fast. Which is, I mean, makes sense, right? You need everyone in the main raid to be pumped. So you have one death here. You lose a lot of time there. Damn. That's unfortunate. A lot of time down where you guys had just taken that. And then in insta. So Charybdis pulled away for both groups. Unlucky and kind of grief RNG on this tornado, but it's not like atrocious, but it will actually create a little bit of downtime as long as it doesn't go straight into melee, like as I say that, and knock up everyone in melee. I guess it happens. I mean, it doesn't really do anything to the warriors, I guess, right? It's not like that bad. But it's convenient to happen in the melee, like if you have the melee stack. Whirlwind in melee. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do any DPS while that happens. So it is full grief. All right. I haven't gotten hit by it while being a melee. Ever. Shout out to rogues out there, guys. I'm still, I believe in us. Kind of. So here, yeah, you guys are way behind now. And it goes in melee again. Oh my god. You can't hit. It went in melee again. That, you guys got hard griefed, yeah. So this whole room... I mean, you didn't get like any of the little guys. You got the two lurkers afterwards. Omen dead again, RIP. But you got griefed in this room, like fully griefed in this room. A lot of time lost in this room, and now you have to get Omen up and send someone to click. So you couldn't insta pull here, right? The raid's not like back at full HP either. Damn. A lot of time lost here. Grounding totem the MCs here so you can blow everything up. If not, you're just going to whirlwind and kill yourselves. Yeah. Yeah, hard grief for NATO, guys. All right. Blizzard heard that we said that the tornado should be back in arenas because it's hilarious and ridiculous. So that they just decided to send tornadoes at NOTA because they wanted Progress to win after Progress's first speed run. They were like, actually, send the tornadoes. Ooh. Oh, no. All right. Windforce and Lasha have it. These guys kind of... The Murlocs ran a little bit through the Consecrate, so I was a little bit scared. Yeah. We lose 1.5 minutes here in this place from what we could have had. Yeah. which is crazy. Like, okay, and then add on like some strats, right? Like you're gonna have a sub 40-minute run, guaranteed. I think. Like, you lost all that time here, and then right after one DC's on Lurker, and then people after Hydros, that pull after Hydros. Here, you guys absolutely destroy the Murlocs. You can see in the background, when there's like a small group, you destroy them, because the Warriors can just blow up everything. On Progress's side, they have, obviously, Warlocks and Mages doing 4.5k, 4k DPS, and Warlocks around 3.7, where we have Warriors all at 3k, right? And then your one Mage, no one can beat a Mage in an AoE battle. No one can beat a Mage. Whose Pepega POV is this? Stra, we're using Tetsu's POV for this. We could use this. We'll use the Stra POV next one. Yeah. Guys, shout out to Stra. If you want to see the enhanced Shaman POV, make sure you check his out. The POV of someone who doesn't mess up on oh, there's a death. All right, this last warrior pack is a little bit scary. You have a ton of warriors so they can AoE. Yeah, okay. AoE taunt and like bop or something. Or that was just like a normal AoE taunt. I didn't see who used it. But there's a little bit more time lost. So Progress has had a significantly more clean run up to this point. Like, way more clean. Yeah. Cozy POV or Riot? You just want to see a Warlock, man. You just want to see a Warlock. Yeah, these are real-time synced. Maybe within like a second or two. So at this point, Progress is way ahead. At this point, Progress is... NOTA lost 1.5 minutes in the last room. They had overtaken Progress. And now they're pulling while Progress is about 77% of Mogrim. Is when they're pulling. Oh, clapped fast. Little parry haste or what happened? Little fast claps there. Shine POV or Riot? Guys, we'll do the multi POV next time. The Omega multi POV. I want to do the next one Progress does from Stra's POV, but we can have everything. I'm just really glad that these guilds were literally going at the exact same time for the most part, right? Like, this was crazy. It's so fun, and I love this. And this is something we miss from Classic because there's no Darkmoon Fair, so there's never like, oh, speedruns are all happening at around the same time here. No, it doesn't really happen anymore that much. But this is amazing to see it happen like we're seeing today. And for both times to be minutes ahead of anyone else. And for people that are just tuning in, I haven't really said who won, but if you like look, you can see who won, really. In all honesty. Blood Will graved. Tetsu gets graved soon. And the good thing about being graved as a warrior with all billion warriors, you can just intercept in. You can just intercept from the grave. So warriors actually do a ton of damage on this fight, but you can see like it's not exactly as much. Like having enough warriors means you can cleave all of the Murlocs down at pretty much the same pace. But you can see on the right side, you can see 3 mages at 3k and warlocks 2.7k. Why is Gnome Boy just destroying every other warlock? When is... That has to be looked into. We're going to look at the logs after this. Overclock's going to beat them soon. Overclock is going to be a good one, man. Benlock overgeared. Gnome Boy he's so good. He's just a great player. Several ults? Okay. I mean, here's the thing. You kind of chose to move to Warlocks a little late, right? Like, you knew after the Beef Bar run. You knew after the Beef Bar run. Yeah. All right, Tidewalker brought to the edge. They do get another Warp Murlocs. Oh, all right. That's unfortunate. That was at like 1%. A last group of Murlocs. This costs some time. Let's see what happens. Xander's dead. Does NOTA also get Murlocs? Nope. Oh, and we're off. And we're off. Closing the gap. Most of them have 2 Warlocks, so it's their second. Oh, okay. But in this raid, Shine. Oh my God. Sorry, that's super loud. Vicious, thank you so much for the tier 1. In this raid in particular, are they bringing their alts or whichever one's more geared? Lottie with the host. Lottie with the host. Everyone, welcome to the stream. We are breaking down NOTA and Progress side by side as they got their world records earlier today. No bringing alts on purpose. Oh. Oh. So is this not even the main speedrun? They chose not to, like, not to kill that pack in particular, so that they can have it timed up. Progress is gonna do a pull with Lady Vash, and NOTA's not gonna do a pull with Lady Vash. Last week we saw an epic Skull of Impending Doom used in that location, but this week it seems like it's used a little bit better, way better. You can drink walk with Skull, easy. What is Baker's speedrun time? Baker's speedrun time. Oh yeah, guys, don't worry. Sal Baker speedrun soon. TM. Everyone tune in this week. We have some crazy strats that are faster than anyone's ever seen. Okay. Well, maybe people haven't used these strats on live, but our PTR strats from our hours and hours of PTR, and we're hiding these strats. Okay, just if it was main speedrun, Strat wouldn't have been in the run. Oh, savage, dude. When were these runs done? Literally earlier today, like 2 hours ago, maybe a little longer. My Saturday or my Sunday raids took a lot longer than anticipated. Bloodwell. All right, so 22-minute SSC will come soon. I just don't want to show you guys. All right, I just don't want to show you guys yet. But it looks like I do get to go back to Hunter. I said it earlier, but it looks like Sarthe goes back to Hunter. Shout out. Yo, what's up, Kenny? All right, progress gets really low here. Like, everyone's really low here, not just on tapping. Now it seems like now you're just going to obviously drink walk because you don't need to tap anymore. But a lot of people took a lot of damage there. And NOTA's already dealt with another trash pack. And Progress is going to deal with the trash pack in another way. So, at this time, when this was live side by side, Progress started slightly earlier, seconds earlier, so Progress gets the pull first. Let me see who gets the pull first here. Yeah. No Kenny, no speedrun. Alright, everyone's getting topped up. NOTA does get the pull first by seconds. By like 5 seconds, NOTA gets the pull first on Lady Vash. Alright. And pretty nice. NOTA actually gets their very first static charge on a caster, right? On a healer. Like, that's perfect. NOTA doesn't want a static charge on one of their melee. Like, one, obviously you lose the uptime of that on your melee. And it's just like, what if the static charge damage goes out right away and you get a multi-shot right away? It's just a little bit of scariness with the RNG. Obviously, they're going to get out. Even if they're rooted, they'll get out instantly and they'll lap or they'll, like, get freedomed. But it's just like, see, you can see Tetsu get static charge right now. Like that freedom, I would say. Well, it's unfair to really say. Okay, he's getting laps on. He could have lapped slightly faster, but like whatever. Who am I? I haven't even ran a speed run yet. Next run I'll be playing my alt Shadow Priest. Wait, is this Shadow Priest you, Fienzi? Lap not binded. I know, but I mean, in all honesty, he's swapping it with other pots. That's what I do too, right? Like I have 3 potion keybinds I personally use. Here's the big thing, right? Progress does the pull into Lady Vash. There's nothing you need to do at this point, right? You have Tainted Elementals not for 13 more seconds. There's nothing you're doing. You're not saving any time here. But NOTA opts always, like Bloodwill said, to go with clean strats first, have clean runs, and then you can deal with like doing crazy pulls and stuff. NOTA's always been notorious at like, I would say always had the most clean runs. They're the best at execution. I just think they've always been the best at execution. And that's just, yeah, that's what I think. So, but here's the issue with the run from Progress. They're going to lose some cores, which is so grief. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're true. To be honest, yes. Progress's run was a lot more clean. NOTA had some scuffs at the beginning. That is very true. I say that as their run was literally not as clean today. Yeah. Progress playing Lady Vosh like your Hemo Rogue, losing courts. Guys, Progress, how did this happen? How do you let Tainted Elementals despawn? And why isn't Tetsu using an ogre suit? Was this called out? Because he didn't use one earlier. I mean, it would just give him a little bit extra range on everything here. Yeah, you guys already pulled that pack. Yeah, exactly. You guys pulled it before they went straight, right? They went straight towards Leotheris, and you guys pulled one other of the packs. Tainted Elemental. All right, so NOTA has 2 cores left. Progress 1, 2, 3. So Progress losing a lot of time here. This is what cost them the run. They had a slightly cleaner, a more clean run. Although NOTA with RNG definitely lost like a minute plus, a minute and a half just in Fathom Lore's room. All right, there's that core down on that side. Tainted Core's thrown nice and easy. And honestly, if anyone's watching this, I would highly suggest watching like Bloodwill's POV with his comms on. I always shout out to you, Bloodwill. You have such solid, calm, concise raid leading at all times that I really like it. And I think Overclock's Oro has also some of like, before seeing his recent runs, I hadn't really known much about him. I think he has some of the best raid leading also. Just really, really, really good, solid raid leading where everyone can follow everything at all times. Yeah. Yeah, the Mogrim, what was the time cost of the Murlocs on Mogrim? Does anyone know? Yeah, this Sarthe guy... Guys, shout out to my my NA guild. We are 10 out of 10. Easy raid leading, boys. Sarthe is probably the best raid leader in the world. Let's be real. Tomorrow we're going to go in and one-shot everything. All right, here we go. All right, They're going to take this down. They don't want to get another... it doesn't actually mean much. Like, you can cleave it all down, right? Just have all of your warriors behind it. One warrior ran right in front, and it almost cleaved his face. A little bit scary. But it doesn't really hurt you much to get that time. Because everyone's going to focus DPS on... What? Was it a multi-shot? Thornling Seeds. Bloodwill only brings one Thornling Seed because he's like, that's all I need. Nim dead. 3 deaths already. Early deaths. Early deaths. Feels sad, man. Alright. So as Vosh goes on, it gets a lot scarier for None of the Above's composition. Both of those warlocks are dead again. We have one guy who can't play due to lag. Ah. Alright, so Nota's definitely losing people here. Progress still not on phase 3. This is where it is. It's just over, right? Damn. Progress really grief Vash, unfortunately. But this is their first speedrun, right? First speedrun, and their final time is 2 minutes faster than anyone else in the world, right? And if it had been last week, it would have been 3 minutes faster than anyone else in the world. Pretty good RNG from Nota on Melee. One question for you, Bloodwill. Do you guys unequip melee weapons on MC? So you don't just insta-clap? Oh! Ah! There it is, dude. Bloodwill with the win. Let's go, boys. None of the Above with the new world record. With the new world record. While Progress is fighting this, 44 minutes and 32 seconds. A minute faster than Progress. 3 minutes faster than Overclock. And what would have been the records from last week that you guys set yourselves. Like 3 minutes faster. And you obviously lose so much time. Fuck that. That's what I figured, right? Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like it's way too cheese. Wait, Tetsu does. He's waiting for MC? Dude, the boss is so low. Tetsu does. Yeah. He's unarmed. MC's off CD, so he's unarmed. And there's a point. Look, the MC's just not going out. He's like, fuck it. Why am I not DPSing? You can't pull something off like that with I mean, it's worth it in their composition with only 2 warriors, right? But like when you're running all of these warriors. Also, by the way, huge grats. Fucking look at this time, 45 minutes. All right, let's go pull these up next to each other. All right, 45-36. Number 1 DPS, Vasco, hard pumping, 100 DPS higher than anyone else. Warriors all farming around 2K, 2.1K. The Warriors are actually doing more on overall than the Warlocks. Hard pumping this overall. RIP Elementals. Toto, dude. So are these all fully geared characters? Let's look. Let's look at Xander's. Voidheart, Vestment of the Sea Witch, Voidheart, Belt, Corruptor, Belt, fully ATS. Okay. All right, Xander. Okay. Let's look at fucking Ben. Look at this damage. Using Incinerate. So he's partially fire. Which, I don't know if you're here, Gnome Boy, but a ton of fire damage. And obviously a ton of shadow damage. What was the call for that? What is the... Fame Leviathan... Merciless. Of course, he has the Oblivion set, which we didn't actually see on the other Warlock. So, guys, a Seed set. Look at it. Gemmed crit. Gem crit. Let's go. Fully gemmed. Like, obviously. Gemmed on that fatty crit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. And then we see Omen again at number 1. Remember last week? Omen number 1, and you just love to die, dude. The Battle Chicken, of course. Wait, was there a fight where Battle Chicken was full equipped? Maybe Lady Vosh. Was Battle Chicken needed to be? Yeah. Battle Chicken full equipped for Lady Vosh. Juice, guys. Huge grats to NOTA on this run. Huge grats to Progress on their first run and the speed being what it was. The time